Hi, Mama. Welcome to this prenatal practice designed for winding down at the end of the day. My name is Maya, and I will be your instructor today. All we're going to need for today's class is, well, we're going to need some props today, guys. 2 blocks, and if you don't have blocks, I recommend finding the thickest, fattest chapter book possible. Let's think like Harry Potter, okay? Find some big chapter books, okay? 2 of them, or even get a few of them. Great substitute, okay? We're going to need a blanket. Honestly, if you don't have a blanket, get a towel. Anything works. And then a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, grab some pillows, grab a couch cushion, whatever works. And once you have all of your things, meet me down on the mat. We will begin in a comfortable seated position. So, I'm going to scoot these props to the back of my mat and sit on top of my bolster, propping myself up, and it's up to you however you would like to sit. You could sit crisscross applesauce with the bolster long ways, or this is my feeling today. This is how I'm feeling. I'm going to straddle the bolster, okay? And just kind of sit like this. Don't get any weird ideas, guys. Okay, so let's begin. Just start by closing down the eyes, maybe placing one hand on the heart and one hand on your baby. Let's inhale in through the nose, opening the mouth and letting it go. Breathing in, filling up the lungs, and breathing out. With every exhale, just softening a little more. Inhale. And exhale. Allowing the day to melt away, sinking into this moment. Inhale in. And exhale. Feeling the chest sink in. One more time. And let it go. Taking a moment to give your baby a back rub. Sending some love to your sweet baby. Maybe mentally telling your baby it is time for sleep. Letting them know that they are safe. Telling them that they are loved. And it's totally up to you if you would like to talk to your baby out loud or if you want to silently speak to them. Regardless of which option you choose, your baby hears you and your baby feels your presence. You guys are connected far beyond having to speak to them. Okay, let's take one more big, beautiful breath in, filling up your lungs, imagining your baby's lungs filling up with this air. And as you exhale, relaxing the shoulders and releasing the hands to your knees. We're going to tuck the chin into the chest and begin taking neck circles, going in one direction. And taking this the other way. Regardless of what might have happened today, just taking a moment to release it letting it go, knowing that lingering in the past is no longer serving you. All that matters is this moment right here. And as your chin tucks back into the chest, we will begin taking big head nods. So opening up the chest as you glance up, then tucking in the chin. And continuing this big dramatic head movement as you come back to neutral, shaking your head no, moving as slow and as intentionally as you possibly can. Allowing yourself to truly sink in here, releasing the past, and grounding yourself now in this present moment. And as you come back to center, we will inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, resting one hand down on the mat as the opposite one goes up and overhead, taking a side body stretch. Inhale back up to center. And exhale to the other side. Inhale, lift. And exhale to the side. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale back to center. As you exhale, returning the hands to your knees. Now, if you chose to sit with your legs crisscross, I would like to now invite you to switch out the legs, so placing the opposite one in front. Perfect. Okay, let's begin taking circles with the chest here. Going around in one direction. As you come forward, opening up the chest as if you're doing a cow pose. And as you come back, tucking in the chin as if you're doing cat. And continuing this, allowing your shoulders to move with you, making this movement as dramatic as possible. And go in the opposite direction. If you would like, this would be a great time to close down the eyes and really tune into your body. One more time. You're doing so good. And come back to a neutral spine. Awesome job. Okay. We will slowly begin to walk the hands forward. So keeping your legs however they are. Just walking forward, leaving room for your baby, not needing to go all the way down, just finding what's comfortable here. We'll slowly glance up for a cow pose, lifting the chin and the tailbone. As you exhale, tucking in the chin and rounding in the tailbone. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Now, if you are crisscross, your hands will be on your knees. If you can't quite make it here. One more time. Walking the hands back in. sitting upright. Awesome job. Okay, we will come off of the bolster, placing it to the side, maybe to the front of your mat. And if you have your props at the back of the mat, we will move the blocks off the mat as well and grab your blanket. Okay, we want the blanket to be about this big. So with this, we are going to place it in the middle of the yoga mat. And bring your knees on top of the blanket. We will be settling into a wide-legged child's pose. Now, we will be here for a little bit, so ensure that you're comfortable, okay? I don't want you overextending yourself. This practice is intended to be relaxing and restorative, so ensure that whatever pose you end up in, that you can really stay here and relax into it. I don't want you to have your legs so wide that you're tightening up because you're, scared to release or stretch. If you're starting to have those feelings, just walk the knees a little closer together. The goal here is to feel, not to perform. So, now we're going to pull in that bolster, resting the forearms down and resting the left ear on the bolster. And we will take 5 cycles of breath. And the reason why I give you a number is because I really want you guys to focus on what's happening right now in this moment and focus on your body and your breath. So inhale and then exhale, mentally count 1. Inhale, exhale, count 2. Okay? We're going to go all the way up to 5. On your inhale, switching out the ears. So bringing the right ear down to the bolster. Then taking 5 cycles of breath. Slowly begin to lift yourself up. Bring the knees to touch as you swing the legs around. Planting the feet on the mat. So maybe if your bolster is as close as mine, just kind of pushing it away just a little bit. Making sure that your butt is on the blanket. Okay, with your right leg, we will kick it out and rest it on top of the left thigh. Flexing the right foot and just rocking, going side to side. And I would like to give you a moment of appreciation and give you like a invisible pat on the back for taking a moment for yourself. I know it is so tough for us moms to just take a breath and take a minute for ourselves. So the fact that you found yourself at this video in this moment in time is just such a beautiful thing. And I'm so proud of you for taking care of yourself. Okay. With that being said, let's release the foot and switch sides. Placing the left foot on top of that thigh, keeping the foot flexed to protect the knee, and rocking, going side to side. You have the option here to open up the chin, just letting the head rest back. If this makes you feel dizzy or nauseous, of course, don't do it, babe. But if this feels good, hang out here with me. And slowly lift the head back up if you were back down. Releasing this foot and finding butterfly pose. So bringing both of the feet together. As you inhale, open up the chest. And as you exhale, slowly hinge forward, being super mindful to keep the spine straight. So we're not rounding, we're not, sinking into it. We're really holding yourself upright and just leaning forward. You should be feeling the stretch in the hips. Maybe closing down the eyes and taking 3 cycles of breath. On your next inhale, coming back to center. And we will go ahead and find our final resting pose. So we are going to be utilizing all of the props. So we're going to grab our blocks or your books. One of them is going to go on the tall setting. If you have books, I would recommend taking 2 thick chapter books and stacking them on top of each other and laying it down this way as opposed to laying them down upright. That way it's more stable. So if that's you, stack your books accordingly. And with the second block or book, we will bring it just a couple of inches in front of the first ones. Okay. Now grabbing our bolster, we will drape it across these blocks, pushing down to ensure that this is stable. Just checking to make sure that both blocks or books are touching the bolster. And with your blanket, we will unfold it just a little bit and begin to roll it up like a burrito. My mind was immediately like, roll it up like a Taco Bell cheesy roll up. That's where my brain went. Okay, now that you have your cheesy roll up, okay, we're going to bring the tailbone to the bottom of the bolster, and it's totally up to you what you do with your legs. Today, my recommendation would be butterfly pose, but as always, this is your practice, so do what feels best for you. With this blanket, we will bring it on top of the feet, and with the edges, we will pull it under to give you some support. And slowly, very slowly, bring yourself back, closing down the eyes and settling in to this final resting pose. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. With every exhale, sinking in a little more. And as you're ready, slowly begin to scan through the body. So starting at the very top of your head and slowly going all the way down to the toes. So as you mentally check in with each and every little body part, try your best to relax. Okay? So if you scan down through your chin and you notice it's clenched, relax your jaw. If you scan through the shoulders and notice that they're tight, release the shoulders. If you scan through the hips and notice they are clenched, relax your hips, and so on and so forth. If your mind has wandered, just bringing the attention back to the body and back to the breath. I would like to invite you to stay here for as long as you would like. Feel free to pause the video if you want to stay here longer. But if you are ready to sit up and move on with your night, you will slowly roll onto your side, bringing one shoulder down to the bolster, coming into a fetal pose. Take a breath here. And on the exhale, slowly pushing yourself up, finding your comfortable seated position. Thank you so much for joining me tonight for this yoga flow. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and share this with a mama who has been struggling with her sleep. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for your beautiful energy. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you guys in the next practice. Bye.